Affairs, abortions, car crashes and poo. What have all these things got in common? My school, apparently. Today I'm going to be telling you 3 ridiculous stories that happened in my school that still to this day surprise me that this went on. I'm going to save the poo story because it's more personal to me at the end of the video, because I don't want to share it at all, but I'm doing it because it's kind of funny, and anyone I've ever told this story to thinks it's hilarious. It degrades me a bit, so we're just going to push it to the end. We're going to start off with not the affair and abortion, because that's a whole other story in itself, but I am going to include it, but it is huge. I'm going to do that in a second. We're going to start off with the car crash. I'm not telling you where I went to school because that's not allowed.
Now I'm panicking.
I was in upper 6th, and for lunchtime you weren't allowed to leave. All the other schools around us in Belfast were allowed to leave for lunch, but we weren't allowed to. Normally, even if you weren't allowed to, like upper 6th were allowed to, lower 6th maybe. We weren't. We were the only school that I knew of that wasn't allowed to leave for lunch. So at the start of upper 6th, our whole year was like, you know what, we've had it. We're not, this stops right now. I want to leave and go get a boojum, and I better be allowed to. We went to the principal and we're like, okay, we want to leave, and he was like, hold on there, that's not happening. We spent about 3 weeks talking to him, got the senior, got the head boy, head girl involved, whatever. Long story short, no one had been allowed to leave for lunch for I think 6-7 years in the school, because someone, like, I don't know what happened, got hurt off the property insurance, whatever. We convinced them to let us leave for lunch. That was fine, but they gave us a big talk, and when I say a big talk, it was literally 45 minutes for the first day we were allowed to go out. They're like,
right, okay, here are the rules. You have to be back in class 5 minutes before you're meant to be, otherwise it's cancelled. You're not allowed to get in trouble. Cancelled. Anyone who sees you cannot report you, otherwise cancelled. You have to be immaculate because you're representing this.
So all this crap. All this crap. I was like, yeah, okay, let's go to boojum.
This was my first mistake, not caring.
That was fine. On the second week, to get from our school anywhere, the closest place was Subway, and it took 15 minutes to walk and 15 minutes back. Lunch was half an hour. Ridiculous. And I wanted to go to boojum, which is to drive 5 minutes, to walk an hour. You weren't getting it. So I was like, okay, got my 2 friends, Faith and Lee. I was like, right, let's get in the car, we're going to boojum. That was fine. We left. Keep in mind how strict they were about everything. If your uniform was wrong and someone outside of the school saw you with bad uniform, we were getting cancelled. You weren't allowed out again. Like, that was it. This was the trial run. All going well. It's like, right, let's go to boojum. Drove out of the school gates. That was fine. Turn left, going down the Ormer Road. I'm giving it away where I went to school. It doesn't matter. Down the Ormer Road. I was driving along, passing Subway, fine. So it was coming up to my left that I had to turn into to get to boojum, to take us onto the street, whatever. Slowed down. Indicated left. That was fine. A bus drove up the inside lane.
Boom!
Hit my car. Like, I'm not talking like a wee nick. No. Up the side of the car, took off my wing mirror, scraped up the side, and he slammed on the brakes. Wing mirror gone. My 2 friends in the car gone. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my goodness. Keep in mind, I'd already been in a car crash on the 3rd day I passed my test. I am a good driver, so we're just going to keep that in the back of the mind. I'd already been through all this before, and it was stressing me out, and I was like, this is too much. I was like, what'd I do? Do I just drive on? No one got out of the car. We sat there for 3 minutes. Nothing happened. Traffic overtaking us. Everything was fine. I was like, did I just drive off? Like, pretend like nothing happened? The bus driver got out. So I was like, obviously can't do that. Got out and he was like, yeah, so there's some scratches on the side of my bus. That was your fault. I was like, my fault? You were over the line. Got my 2 friends. I was like, was I over the line? And they're like, no, you were fine. Like, you were literally on the thing. You could see his bus over the line. The bus was here. The line was here. My car was here. It was ridiculous. He tried to say it was my fault. He's like, yeah, so here are my details, but Transit will be getting in touch with you. I was like, in touch with me about what? I didn't do anything. You drove into me. So I had to drive. So we didn't go to boojum. Obviously, drove back. Didn't tell anybody about it. I was giving my friend a lift home. She was like, where's your ring mirror? I was like,
now I'm panicking.
Oh my goodness. Where did my wing mirror go? I don't know. Didn't tell anyone about it. No one ever found out. I was stressing out that the school was going to find out and the transit were going to call the teacher, whatever. No one ever found out. However, everything was fine. Nothing had been spoken about. I was like, you know what? We're in the clear. 2 months later, I get an envelope. I have to go to court against TransLink because they're saying I have damaged £2,000 worth. They drove into me. They had one tiny scratch because he hit my wing mirror and it dragged. He was blaming me. Me! It wasn't my fault. I was like, I am not going to court. What do you mean I'm going to court? Because apparently I'd, whatever, done £2,000 worth of damages. I don't know, not bull. By this stage, I'd replaced my wing mirror, went onto eBay, got a replica wing mirror. Everything was fine. I was like, can I just pay? I was like, just put it through the insurance. Mum, Dad, sort this out. I can't handle it. My A-levels were coming up. I was like, not today. So we put it through the insurance, and everything was, well, fine is a bit of an understatement, fine's a bit of an overstatement. It was okay. We're all past it. It was 2 years ago. I'm over it now. But it left me quite traumatized, to be fair, but it's okay, because I'm a good driver and I know I'm a good driver. Story number 2. This is the one with the affair and the abortion, and oh my goodness, I still to this day, I'm like, how did this happen? If anyone from my school is watching this, you're going to know immediately who I'm talking about because you can kind of work out. There was this teacher, I'm not even going to the department. There was this teacher who was a creep. Everyone has this teacher in their school, they think they're a pedo. He would do stuff, drop his pen, ask girls to bend over and pick it up, stuff like that. It got called Butterfingers because he's a pedo. But we're not going to get into it.
Well, we actually are going to get into it because that's a big theme of the story that I'm about to tell, so I don't know what I was talking about.
That's not what we're, well, it is kind of partially what character profile. He was everyone thought he was a pedophile. That's the story. He was really creepy, he was really uncomfortable, no one really liked him because he was just really, really strange. Fast forward to my 5th year. This new teacher arrives in the same department. I'm again not going into the details of it because I don't want this to get out that I spread this. This new emo teacher, not that it really matters, was also, she was quite strange. She was a bit eccentric, a bit odd. I'm not going to say neither of them had friends, but they were not the most liked people in the school just because they were a bit weird. She maybe struggled to find friends within the teachers.
Why am I psychoanalyzing their ability to make friends?
He didn't have any. They apparently became friends. That's fine. Both married, okay? Both married. He had been married, had 2 or 3 children, not sure. This is where it gets interesting. Over the period of a year, they started to become friends, got closer. You'd see them walking down the halls together, giggling. That's fine. Teachers do that. They're friends. They're normal people too. You know what I mean? You can't judge. I don't even know how to begin to explain the jump from that to what's about to go down. Okay, so you started to see them hanging out more. So one day, someone saw them coming out of the staff room for that certain department. No one was in it. It was during class and someone saw them coming out together looking a bit flustered. That's fine. To make a long story short, they started an affair. So not great to begin with, but the affair I think lasted for about a year, and along the way she got pregnant. Keep in mind they're both married. He had some children. Both married, not great. The news around the staff room was that... So I just wanted to clarify that this is not me like outing anyone or shaming anyone. This was all very public knowledge at the time around the staff room and around the sort of school if you knew what was going on. So she was very open about it. This is not me like shaming or outing someone because everyone sort of knew. She was very open about it. Just thought I'd put that in there before it seems like I'm... She went and had an abortion and they ended the affair and he left the school. That is the long story short. Beefy went around the school a wee bit. If you were friends with the teachers, they sort of let you in a wee bit of it because he was he had the reputation of a pedo and this did not help his reputation. He moved school. I don't know if she's still there. Finally, to save the worst, most embarrassing story to last, for me, story 3. I'm embarrassed to even begin to tell this story. Let's paint the scene. Okay, I was leaving school. After school every day we all went to this shop. It was the Mace. You walked to the Mace, wait on the bus. My bus came at 4 o'clock. We got out at 20 past 3. So we had to wait about 40 minutes. Sometimes we'd walk down into Belfast, walk back, whatever. Today I went to the shop. And by the time we got to the bus stop, it was about half. That was fine, the bus came at 4, we had half an hour. Walked to the other side of the road and went to the Mace. We were in the Mace and I love. So I have a very weak stomach. I'm just gonna put that out there now, very weak. Small things can just make it go. And so I went to the shop and there was this big 1 litre Suki bottle and I was like, that is fantastic. I love Suki. That was fine. Went up to the queue and whenever I was in the queue, my friend was like, Reece, the bus has arrived. And I was like, what do you mean? The bus
is across the road.
The reason that this is such a big thing, if I missed my 4 o'clock bus, I would have to wait till 4:45, which is 45 minutes. And it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to get home. So that would have meant I would have got home at about 6:30, which is ridiculous if I got out of school 20 past 3. So if you missed that bus, you're screwed. I was like, oh crap. And it came 15 minutes early, ran across the road, opened my Suki, waiting in the line. I was near the front, that was okay, made it perfect. The bottle wasn't one of those screw ones. It was like one of the ones that you just like, you know, like the wee ones, like the popcorn where you open it up and then it was like the old-fashioned milk where you had to open up the top. So I couldn't screw it. So I got to the front of the line. Keep in mind, the bottle was about £3 and I was so thirsty. He's like,
you cannot bring that drink onto my bus. Either put it away or throw it in the bin.
And I was like, well, I can't put it away because I'm not wasting £3. And I couldn't put it in my bag because it was already open. I went to the back of the line and downed this litre of orange Suki. Got on the bus, that was fine.
Go back and count the amount of times over this whole video that I've said, that's fine.
Except beside my friend, that was fine. On the way home, we were pulling into Saintfield. My stomach. Oh my goodness. You've never felt the amount of cramp that I started to feel. I was on the phone, my mum was like, Mum, what is going on? My belly is so sore. She's like, Reece, grow up, what are you talking about? That was fine. I was like, Mum, get to the bus stop now. My mum loves to be late, especially whenever we were getting off the bus in school. All we wanted to do was go home. Never at the bus stop on time. No offense, Mum. Arrived at the bus stop. She wasn't there. The journey from Saintfield to my bus stop, which is about 10 minutes, was the most stressful, sore. If you've ever had cramps that is caused by eating something and it leads to something, you'll understand how sore these are. It kills me. I was literally hunched over on the bus, like crying. Not actually crying, but like low-key crying because I was in so much pain. Got to the bus stop and my mum wasn't there, obviously.
Never on time.
I was walking down the road, I was like, I am not going to make it home. If you can see where this is going, congratulations. I called my mum, was like, Mum, where is sick? Something happened. Like, my sister was younger at this stage. She's like, I'm sorry, I need to change Caitlin's nappy or whatever. I don't know, something along those lines. She's like, okay, well, hurry up. She's like, right, okay, I'm leaving in a second. I'm not gonna make it. I was walking down the road and my stomach is going. These are the sound effects. So sore. I was like, I am not making it home. I saw a fence and a field and jumped over the fence, jumped over the field, pulled down my trousers and crapped myself in the middle of this field. So
You shouldn't be telling you this story.
pulled up my trousers and done some business in this field. Literally just standing there. I managed to get over to the side of the hedge so no one was going to see me, but I'm just standing there in a field, trousers on the ground. Dignity, out the window. Self-respect, out the window. Embarrassing story to tell my friends that they'll all enjoy, in the mother effing window. Oh my goodness. I called my mum and was like, Mum, bring a towel. Bring a towel. That was fine. She arrived, threw me the towel, wrapped it around myself because I couldn't pull my trousers up because it was everywhere. It was everywhere. Everywhere. I shouldn't be telling this story, but it's funny, whatever. Hobbled over to the fence, climbed over the fence, put trousers around my legs, got in the car, got home, and we will never talk about it again because that is my self-respect gone. If you enjoyed this video of me telling embarrassing stories slash fun stories slash rad stories of stuff that, beefy stuff that happened in school, like the video and comment if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you enjoyed because this was fun for me. It's not my normal type of stuff, but I hope you enjoyed and I hope you had fun. Okay, see you later. Bye.